I'll play this first and then... Oh, I'm trolling. Oh, I'm trolling. Hey, Rush Reckless here, and welcome to Rush to Diamond Winter Edition. So this is obviously the revival of Rush to Diamond, where I played with my Swarm deck from Silver all the way to Diamond 5, and now we're going to be doing it with Winter. So it's a little bit exciting because I haven't really shown any other any video of me playing a different faction. So today we have this deck. It's not the greatest, and honestly my pack luck has been very bad because I've been getting like some really good Swarm cards and even like Shadowfen cards. But anyways, we're sitting with this. I really like the inclusion of Fluffy Bad Boxers, just a very solid 5-mana card. Wolf Cloaked is kind of the win condition. These are my two runners. I rely on them pretty heavily right now. Rhymling's just cheap. We somehow got a lot of gifted copies, surprisingly. We were even almost able to level it up to level 3. And then we have here GP copies as well. It's so silly how I got that. We actually haven't finished campaign yet. I will do these by tonight or something like that. But you always want to do the Ironclad one just because you get a guaranteed green prototypes copy. So with that being said, you can see here I'm sitting Silver 5, and let's just go get right into it. I will a few rules I want to just set down for the first episode and for like the whole series is: one, I will at maximum or at minimum will play 2 games per episode, and I will try my very best to post at least once every 2 days. So that's not a promise I can always keep, but I will try to maintain that. And yeah, I mean, with that being said, we're going to be playing against our first player here in Silver 5. Surprisingly, when I was climbing in Bronze, there's actually quite a lot of like the player base actually definitely had to expand for me to play against all those players. Okay, so we're sitting with this not great hand, honestly. It's pretty bad, but unfortunately I think this is going to be my best play. I want to avoid like a linked golems play, so I'm trying to push it away. And I'm kind of indifferent between playing gifted or snow masons here because I'm going to assume it's just going to die. So I might as well just keep the gifted so I can do my potion. That's gross. Like, that's going to be really annoying to deal with. So the game's already getting a little bit hard. I think my best bet here, because I have level 2 potion with Lawless, I can actually go ahead and do this. So we're not technically rushing now, as you can see. And that's mostly because, like I said, my deck is not the greatest. Once we start getting better cards, I'm looking at like Yowling Weavers. We're looking at Mistwives, very core card in the rush decks. And then I want to start including like Icicle Burst because you can set up some crazy plays with ice. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Sorry. Unit survives. You can set up some crazy game, like some crazy plays with Icicle Burst. I'll explain right here. So right now I just want to take pressure. I think taking center is completely fine. I will take center like this. That's great. And then we can cycle after because order matters when cycling. So I even did some theory behind this, but it doesn't matter. I will start posting some video guides for that like soon. I don't know when, but basically the order matters very much. This order has to be like, I had to play GP in order for me to use my Fluffy to attack there. But I definitely want to play Fluffy before I cycle. So they're playing a legendary. Interesting. We actually get so much priority here. We have top left corner open. We can play this plus gifted plus summon militia. You don't. I guess you're indifferent between playing gifted and Rhymelink, so you might as well play Rhymelink first. Actually, I do like Melodious. Sorry. So I'll play this first and then. Oh, I'm trolling. Oh, I'm trolling. Okay, cut the video. Okay, so, sorry. I don't play Rush often. That was just dumb. I should have played Rhymelink first and then Sisters there. But we are trolling, so we have to go ahead and do the wrong order. That's all right. Summon Militia is kind of a weird inclusion to the deck because Wolf Cloaks can sometimes get messed up with it. I really want to level up this card though. Pretty sweet card out. I've been also trying to get the fusion. Oh, interesting. So I will actually take the 3 damage. Okay, we can actually win here. So the common idea with this is pretty cool. They're pretty much blocking themselves. They're gonna block themselves doing this. So as long as I don't take 7 damage to the face, I'm good. And looking at these levels, I don't think I'll take 7 damage on 8 mana. Yeah, so we can go ahead and not... Oh, actually, we can actually just play Fluffy Potion and just win like that. There's a lot of ways you can play this. So I was thinking just base lock, but technically you are vulnerable to something like Flood the Gates. Let's just avoid that. You kind of just win the game like this. And I down to keep Rhinelings because 2 mana has movement. There might be a case where I need to clear something to use Wolf Cloaks. Who knows? It's just, there's no reason not to keep it. So as long as they don't kill me here, we pretty much win this game. For Icicle Burst thing, what I'm trying to talk about is if, let's say they attack the green prototypes here, I can Icicle Burst the unit that stays there and then tuck on the over here. Oh, okay, this is misplay. Unfortunate. They could have actually played the Arm Schemers over here and pulled the Bad Boxers away, and then I still would have lethal. So they misplayed that. It is in silver, so they're probably still learning, but don't make that mistake. You can actually play Arm Schemer to pull people away from your base. So now we're sitting at 2 stars. Amazing. Now we're going to play our second game. I'll probably play 3 games because we're going to be short. I was always talking about something about order, so this is kind of weird how I'm talking about the other game before. But yeah, you always obviously you want to cycle. The cycling is dependent on a lot of factors, but usually the way I think of it is if I have a play in mind and that's like the best play that I can think of, or at least that I can throw, like even if I cycle into like some other card, this is still the objectively best play I can make, then I might as well just not cycle and play those cards and then cycle. But that isn't always true because sometimes the card you have in hand you want to cycle first. There's a lot of things that go down to cycling. If you're a beginner, it doesn't really make much sense, but just know, for example, here the order is like I have to take the movement. I'm going to do movement and then the non-movement unit just to take space. So also control center. That's probably one of the easiest tip I can give you. Control center. Don't play corners until you want to actually pressure the enemy really hard, because save corners for, so like this is a misplay. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. Save your corners for times when it actually matters. So now I'm kind of conditioned to that, but not really. I could also just do this. I might as well do this. And instead of using my GP like that in the corner there, I'll play it 1 up. And this is going to kind of bait them into attacking here. Wolf Cloaks actually sees no play, so I should have actually cycled this first, but it's okay. I'll cycle it now. Should be still okay. Bad Boxers is the card you always want to see. Bad Boxers is so good. Such a good card. So we can play SM, Bad Boxers. Oh, they have another legendary. Okay, so it's going to be from this side. Yeah, it always goes like that. That was pretty beautiful, Loris. Wow. Oh, wow, pretty beautiful Loris. But what they don't know is I am a rush player and I don't care about your Loris. We're just gonna go face here. So I cycled there because I'm kind of looking for my better cards. To be honest, Sleet Stompers is probably my next card. So I'm just saving. I'm just gonna build up, set up a play for my 8 mana Sleet Stompers. Wow, they have these strong level cards. I'm never gonna beat them like this. Just kidding. Okay, so interesting. There's a lot of ways you can play this. If you think about Shadowfen and the kind of cards the enemy might be playing, I'm kind of thinking of like conversion cards. So I don't really want to buff anything, because then it might just they might just convert it. Instead, I'm going to do a nice Snow Mason's defense, and we might as well cycle first. We could also not do Snow Mason's defense and do Rhineling's potion, which sounds really good too, but it's okay. I'll actually do the Snow Mason. There's a Sleet Stompers. So, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Actually, it's fine. I can do this. But I don't even want to talk about it. To be honest, I just spent the last hour and a half, maybe 2 hours spamming Ami just to make some, just to do some kind of record. So there's a conversion card. They're going to convert it. So I guess it's not the end of the world, kind of. They could have actually defended if they played so the player here, what they misplayed is defending. They could have played Harpies right here on this tile, and I actually wouldn't have lethal there. But if I had, even if I played Snow Masons like towards center, I still wouldn't have lethal. But anyways, it's lethal because they misplayed. There's no reason to play aggressive there when they don't have any. Like if you look at the board, they already have a Loris approaching my base. There's no reason to be overly aggressive when I'm the one already pressuring them and I'm pretty much winning the fight. So we'll play one more game and then we'll probably just call it a day for that one. But that's so bad. So I'll explain why I misplayed the Snowmasons thing. Like, not why, but I'll explain I'll explain what was the misplay. You always want to place Snowmasons to the left of your units, but not like that. Because what happened is I took these 3 tiles, which means the enemy is going to attack from the right-hand side. Generally speaking, if they have a 1 movement unit, they'll attack from the right-hand side. Instead, you want to put the Snowmasons on that vulnerable side, which means I should have actually played Snowmasons here and then the Rheinlings here first, Snowmasons here. And that would have been a lot smarter. This is kind of cool trap. You can actually go ahead and do this. I kind of like this hand. Kind of like it a lot, but I rather, because my personal servers are a little bit weaker, I might as well cycle. I'm looking for fluffy bad boxers. That's going to be the go-to card. I'm assuming the enemy is playing probably poison. Poison's no fun. I have a beautiful 5 mana turn, but I still want to cycle. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle this because I don't see it having any play now, but in the future I might, so we'll cycle it first. This is even more beautiful, actually. Hopefully it poisons the Snowmasons. That's kind of like the bet we're going for. It's kind of what we're betting on right now. But this seems like a pretty solid play. So it didn't happen, but pretty much, yeah, they're going to attack into Snowmasons. This is going to get buffed. Hopefully, so now in this kind of position, what do you even do? I think most people will target this because the GP will also buff the unit that survives this. Okay, but they attacked on this side, which is actually technically a little bit better. I think so, at least. Interesting. We can play Fluffy into summon. Do I even care about this? Okay, so because their levels are so low, I actually don't think I care much about it, but Marked as Prey does exist. Because if I play Fluffy, I have a 50% chance of Fluffy getting poisoned, and I'm thinking of Marked as Prey. Now, if Fluffy survives, then I'm just going to play it aggressively. What am I talking about? Okay, we'll play this aggressively. Potion doesn't see play here, and I'm hoping it bounces on this. I pretty much secure the game if they do, in most cases. And it didn't, so Marked as Prey might come out, which is kind of what I was worried about. But we'll see. If they use Marked as Prey and then like hit something here, then I don't have lethal anymore, obviously. But if they don't have a way to clear this, I actually have lethal. If this just ticks down once, it'll do 5 damage, keeping them at 5. I have lethal. Wow, this misposition. Oh, they missed position. See, these are all positional mistakes. Don't make these mistakes, guys. So if you look at the board, what the enemy could have done is play clerics here instead of there. And if they played clerics here, my unit to the left and to the right are forced to attack this unit here. Or I could play my unit over here, which is forced to attack the structure. But because they didn't do that, I have an open file and I just win the game. So don't make these positional mistakes, and we're going to be learning slowly together. I made so many mistakes. I don't even want to talk about it, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of decks we can make in the winter faction. It's kind of the polar opposite of Swarm. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, I might as well just buy a pack really quick. Just get a pack, hope for the best. What do you guys think? So I'm just looking for Yowling Mistwives and obviously gifted copies, and I get none of those. It's alright. So I'm just gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a great one. Peace.